Come on into the room, family. Come on into the room. We are live. I want to apologize for the technical difficulties that we've had. Come on into the room. It happens from time to time. Give me a moment. Let us know that you're here. Let the family know that you're here. I am the H-Town Vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. Come on, let us know that you're here, family. If you're new to the channel, we're glad that you showed up. And as I said, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Let us know that you're here, family. And if you're new to the channel, let us know your branch of service, country, or state that you're currently living in. We want to know about you. This is an interactive channel where we're here to support each other. We have our sister here, Bionic Woman. She says, good evening, Mr. H-Town Vet and veteran family. Welcome to all newcomers to the channel. Hope everyone had a great week. I did myself, Sister Bionic Woman. One of our regulars, our supporters, both financially and being here, bringing encouragement, dropping information, giving us resources, and we thank her for that. And all of you, thank you. Now let me check my sound. We have Rose City D in the house. Said, good evening, H-Town Vet. Salute the chat. He just had a birthday. I believe it was on December the 19th. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're celebrating with our brother. We appreciate him. We're glad that y'all in the room. Let us know that you're here. He said, Bionic Woman, hello. While y'all doing this, I'm going to check my sound. Let me know if everything's good on y'all end. I'm going to check it myself here. Bionic Woman says, hi, Rose City D. Rose City D tells us that we're loud and clear tonight. Thank you for that information. Bionic Woman says, sound good. Then we have our brother Brett here. Salute Mr. International, Major Boomer, Thumper, Coasty, Bionic Woman. I think that's Miss Jag 83, daughter of H-Town Sydney, Gwen, Benny, Chief Mike, Military Mike, and H-Town himself and the family. Yes, indeed. We got one of our regulars coming back. We got our brother Chief Mike in the house. All right. Hello, family. Chief Mike in the house. We understand and we appreciate it. That's what we're here for. We apologize for the delay. Family, we got close to almost about 400 views on the last videos. We're blowing up here, the channel, because of you. Because your interactive style, the information that y'all bring. Now, Chief Mike say, I brought some friends. That's good. You brought them on a good night. And we have Veteran Policy Plug. The next video coming up, we're gonna advertise again. Our brother, Veteran Policy Plug, is a licensed insurance broker. And a few people asked about it because they saw it in his name. He used to have it in his name. So, we support that brother, the fellow veteran. He's licensed in 9 states. Need more information, go back and watch the last video, and the next one we should have it up. Now, Brett says, and Chester, that's our Veteran Policy Plug. Now, Madre say, good evening, H-Town and the family. Then we got Bionic Woman. Hi, Mr. Veteran Policy Plug. And then Chief Mike says, hello, Bionic Woman. Hello, Brett. Bionic Woman says, hi, Madre. Salute. Now, family, we caught up on that. Let's get started here, family. We're about the business. We're trying to make sure we're bringing information in a way that nobody else can do it. Okay? Because that was the whole goal of starting the channel, is not just sitting there talking at people, but actually talking with them and finding out the things they need to know and giving them the support that they need. Because I look at it from my perspective, the things that I wanted to know, right? So if you're new to the channel, please let us know your branch of service, state of country that you're currently living in. We appreciate you. We support all branches of the military, whether that be Coast Guard, Air Force, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Army. All right? We're just glad that you're here. And this is what we call a support group. Let me see what we got here, what I missed. Okay. Then we got Veteran Policy Plug say, hi, Bionic Woman. Hello. You're getting better. So they checking because our sister Bionic Woman, she's doing rehab right now on her knee from surgery. So we support her. She say, don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, indeed. We got 16 people watching, but all we got is 7 likes, family. Let's get those likes up if you enjoying the program. Now, Brett Money says, made it in the house. How is Fog Princess? Haven't heard from them in a while. We had that video where they were doing on Christmas. I think they were traveling, her and her dad, brother Major Boomer. Bionic Woman says, thank you, Mr. Veteran Policy Plug. Now we're going to get ready to get started. Then he say, what up, Brett Dog? Brett Dog in the house, huh? You know what's up. Now let's get this thing started. Let me get to it here. So like what we're talking about is, no, we're not talking about veteran population by state. No, that was the wrong thumbnail. Let me see. I didn't correct that. So we're actually talking about veteran. Let's see if I got it in here. Okay. Y'all be patient with me, okay? Let me see if I got it in here. I know I got it somewhere. Give me a second so you'll know what we're talking about, family. That wasn't what I wanted to put up there. So y'all be patient with me. Sometimes technology just hits you, don't it? While you're doing it, can you please smash that like button? Y'all coming into the room and we appreciate it. And then we got our brother in here, Veteran Policy Plug say, hey, Brett. And Coasty said, hello, H-Town Vet and family. Yes, indeed. Now, let me see, can I find that? Because I think I'll be able to find it. Let's see. Maybe it was the one that was giving me a problem. Let me see here. I may not have downloaded it. So we ain't going to go by the thumbnail tonight. So tonight what we're talking about is the different property tax exemptions by state. All right. So this is a continuation of what we did last time, where we talked about the incentive programs that different states offer at the state level, not the federal, not the VA. And we're going to be talking about that tonight. Let us continue. Like I said, how we doing? We had 9 on those likes. We got 17 people in the room. If you don't mind, smash that like button. It boosts the algorithm. Now, let me see here. So what we want to do, we want to thank the newcomers. We want to thank the regulars. We want to thank those that support financially. We want to thank those that interact in the chat, and we appreciate you. We want to thank those, especially Brett, who shares the program on social media. I'm not as tech savvy. I have some of these things, but they cut off on me from time to time, like X, Facebook, all that stuff, you know. It's hard to keep up with so many technologies at one time. But we want to thank y'all for being here and supporting us. Now, we want to give a special thanks tonight to Madre for his $25 donation on the last live stream. During the live stream, we appreciate it. Now, if you would like to contact us, our email is htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. Our YouTube channel, and a lot of you need to go to that channel. You'll find other videos and shorter clips, not just live streams, that talk about a variety of issues, right? Look, we got our brother Thumper in the house. Everybody show love to Thumper. That's my brother from another mother on my daddy's side. Now, that's Thumper. Say good evening, family. Thank you, brother. And Bionic Woman, thank you, Brett, for sharing the channel. He does that, you know, and I really appreciate the things. Brett will send me resources. He'll send me stuff, links to stuff, and stuff we've used on the channel. And Bionic Woman says, hi, Thumper. And then Veteran Policy Plug says, hey, Thumper. And then Brett says, hi, Thumper. Everybody talking to Brett. I mean, Thumper, boy, they love you, brother, because you bring that energy in there. Now, Coasty said, hi, Bionic Woman, and Brett, and Policy Plug, Madre, Chief Mike, Rose City D, and Thumper. Let me go back to full screen so I won't miss anything. Now, Madre says, hi, Thumper. Now, family, if you would like to donate, and we appreciate all donations because it helps the channel. We don't have any secrets to offer you. We have no kind of courses to offer you. All we offer you is the truth, support, and knowledge and information, not just from myself, but from fellow veterans. This is an interactive channel where we do things to help each other. I'm not an expert, never claimed to be, right? I'm knowledgeable when it comes to VA benefits and compensation, but we are the experts as a group. There are no secret rooms to go into that you will be responding to. I'm having a problem with my with the email is slow. I gotta wait till it upload to respond to y'all. Number one. Then with my channel, I only see people's comments when it come up. After that, I can't do nothing with it. When I go to channel, I don't see them. So I gotta figure out what's going on with that. So, and our sister Bionic Woman say, thank you, Madre, for your donation. Sister, I thank you for the several donations that you've done. We appreciate y'all. So if you would like to donate, we have 2 options. We have either our PayPal, which is when you go to PayPal, use our email address, htownvetnorthside@gmail.com, or Cash App, $ htownvet Northside, which is you uppercase the H, the T, the V, and the N. Now, family, let us continue. We thank you for being here. Recently released, those of you that weren't here last time or you new to the channel, we had a few new releases. Benny, our brother, says H-Town, as always. One of our longtime listeners, you know, at least the last, we've been in effect for what? Has it been? The channel's been here for a year and a month, and we have over 1,600 subscribers, and we've been live streaming since this summer, so it has to be at least 6 months. I want to believe 5 to 6 months. And family, y'all showed up and y'all showed out, and we appreciate it. Now let's talk about it. And Benny says, Bionic Woman. And yes, I do read the chat because this is a participation situation. Now, sometimes we stop to get to the information. Nah, that ain't what we're looking for, family. That was one of the past ones that we went last time. My fault. That's what we did last time. Veteran policy, veteran population by state. We're going to review it a little bit now, but this is this is part 2 to that, where we're talking about the tax exemption, property tax exemptions on homes. All right. Now, other than we had talking about VA entitlement or unfair advantage, where we talked about whether having these VA benefits, or is that unfair to civilians? Does that give us a special leg up? And we talked about it. We talked about all these topics. Now, give me a second here, family. Now, so as we said, we learned some secrets, but we're not here about the secrets. Let me see what we missed over here. Benny said Rose City D. Then Rose City D say, Benny, he said, our boys looking, I forget that. I can't think of that. I can't pronounce that word right now. Benny said, yep. And then H-Town, Thumper said, H-Town, when I get my check, I'll need a ride to the bank. Oh, you heard him? You know what I tell them? Look. When y'all be getting all this money, because several people, I didn't put it up. I'm gonna ask y'all permission that when you say it in the chat that you got 100% or whatever, those that are in the chat, and you mention it where everybody know. But I was gonna put it up who got 100% in the chat and they're talking about it. But I'm gonna wait until I get y'all permission to do that. Now, and anybody else, if you want, just let me know, email me, let me know you don't mind me saying it, because we want to shout y'all out. That's encouraging to us and other people. You're in the Hundo Club. We got about 5-6 people in the Hundo Club. And that's what they say, need a ride to the bank. I got you, Thumper, I got you. Now he say, Benny says, Brett say, Benny in the house. Are you going to Checkers for New Year's? Oh, low vibrational. Go somewhere, Ruth's Chris or something like that, get some good food. Now, Benny says, I see something down there. Benny says, Brett. And then Benny says, Thumper. And then Veteran Policy Plug, hey, to Chief Mike, it is good talking to you. And hey, to Rose City D, Benny, and Madre. Now, remember Rose City D birthday was on December the 19th. Now, look what our brother said. Everybody show him some love. Last time it was Alaskan Ice. Before that, it was Military Mike getting there 100%. You understand? We ain't got to give secrets. Most of this, you're probably going to get it anyway. But what helps is the support, the attitude, keeping you on point. And people have told me, Military Mike said the channel helped him get his 100%. Then we got Alaskan Ice in here. She just got her 100%. Now we got Thumper. He was at 90%. Now he got that 100%, and he say he might need a ride to the bank. You can trust H-Town. I don't steal no more. You understand? Or no less either, right? Listen, he said, I got mine. Latest member to the Hundo Club. See, other people say they're going to help you get this 100%. We don't promise you 100%. You're going to get what you're entitled to. If you're entitled to 50%, you're going to get 50%. You're entitled to 80%, it's what the evidence proves. Huh? Now, here we go. He said, I got mine in the Hundo Club. Now, our brother retired and that. Watch out for them pretty ladies out there, Thumper. Watch out for them. Bionic Woman say, in Texas, if you are clergy, you get exemption from property tax. Did not know that. Hold on. Now clarify this to me, Bionic Woman, Deaconess. Do they get exemption? The church get exemption? or the minister themselves, because in Virginia, the ministers had to pay taxes. Now, here we go. Benny says, veteran policy plug. Then Bionic Woman says, congratulations, Thumper. Then Thumper say, where is my brother I was racing with? Okay. I forgot his name. I forget. Now tell me if you can remember. Give me a hint of who he was. Benny say, congratulations, Thumper. See, we here to bring the positive. See, that's why, and I'm going to tell you, some people ain't even here to get benefits. They just want encouragement and support. We got you too. Now, Major Boomer in the house, say hello, H-Town and the family. Our brother Brett asked about you and Frog Princess earlier. Now, then we got Chief Mike say, veteran policy plug, likewise. Family, that's all we doing. Look, you know what they expect us to do. They want this channel to grow up so we'll crash out. Ain't no crashing out. We're going to be doing this as long as I'm breathing. Coasty say, congratulations, Thumper. We even have a Coast Guard brother up in here. You hear what I'm saying? Now, Thumper says, thank you, Miss Bionic Woman. Let me tell y'all something. This is the best time to get encouragement, because once you get your benefits, it can be a little sad because you've been under so much pressure to handle these things and to get it, that once you got it, it can become a bit overwhelming. That's why we got to be here for each other. Now, Bionic Woman say, you need a private jet, Thumper. Now, veteran policy plug say, congratulations, Thumper. Then Madre say, congratulations, Thumper. What up, the plug? What up, the plug? You know what's up. Thumper says, thank you, Benny, Coasty, and Plug. Then Bionic Woman say, pastors and the church building. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to get saved again. I get out here and do a little bootleg preaching. Nah, I ain't gonna do it outside the Lord's anointing. No, we ain't gonna do that. Thumper say, thanks, Madre. And then Bionic Woman says, hi, Major Boomer. And Coasty say, hey, Major Boomer. And then Thumper says, Bionic Woman. She laughing. And then Major Boomer say, hi, Coasty, Bionic Woman, and Brett. Now let us continue. Remember, you're going to learn some things here, but it's already there. Somebody was on the channel. I have my YouTube videos. I back up what I do with law. And they was complaining about what somebody couldn't get of your VA compensation when they didn't take time to look the law up. You understand? All you got to do, I had a law right there. You don't argue with me, argue with the VA. They sent me like 2 pages on a text in the chat on my channel. Now you got to argue with the VA about that. Now let us continue, family. Let me get this off my head. The music is still playing, but I don't need it on my head unless I'm listening to somebody talk. Let us continue for the family. We've been in there for 24 minutes. Let's get back to it. Let's see what's going on today. Now, like I say, last time, we're just doing a little review. First part of this series is going to probably be a 3-part series. We talked about the different veteran populations. So we introduced you to where many of the veterans, the main locations, the states that are heavily populated with veterans. I think we went over the top 5. Yes, we did. The top 5. All right. Now, these states have incentive programs to get veterans to move to them. I can't go through to the Houston area without seeing disabled veteran plates everywhere. Now, Major Boomer say, hi, Coasty, Bionic Woman, and Brett. And Brett says, Major Boomer, how's your daughter? When does she go back to school? I want to know when all of them going back to school. I want mine to go back too. Let us know. So the state have incentive programs. The states, at the state level, they don't give veterans or disabled veterans cash. They give them incentives like lower interest rates, exemptions on taxes, free tollway travel, things like that. But they don't necessarily give you money, okay? Now, so the purpose is to of an incentive program by the states are. The purpose is to provide financial incentives to veterans and dependents in the form of state exemptions and other programs. Now understand, what's the incentive? Not their money, your money. They trying to get you here to spend some of that federal money, so they using state programs to get you here because they know you're gonna be getting that on a consistent basis. They don't want our brother Thumper to leave, because Thumper now he retired. He was 90%, now he 100%, and he retired. They don't want him to go nowhere. They say we got you, and the same thing for Alaska Nights, right? I think Major Mike is, Military Mike is in Louisiana. Now let's see what he says. He says, Major Boomer says, Brett, she is doing good and going back to school next Monday. Now, let's talk about it. Remember, state programs are separate, most of the time separate from federal compensation and things like that. Let's get through it. Now, today we're going to be talking about property tax exemptions. These are other incentives. These are the major incentives that states offer to lure veterans to the area. Given the high cost of homes, the high interest rates, what is one of the best incentives to get veterans to come here? Say, hey, you come here, we'll get you reduced tax rates, or you ain't gonna have to pay no taxes if you most of the time it's 100% or 100% permanent in total. All right, we're going to talk about what different states offer in the form of property tax exemptions and incentives to get veterans to come to their states or to retain veterans in their state. Let's talk about it. Now, one of the main things that they require, they're different from the VA. Most states require an honorable discharge, okay, from the military. And if you look under your section that says character of service, they're usually looking for an honorable discharge. Now, in some situations at the federal level, you may not even need an honorable discharge. You can get a general under honorable conditions to get VA compensation or get seen at the VA hospital. Sometimes you can do that with other discharges, depending on what the situation is. But when it comes to the state level, they tend to be more strict. Now, we got our brother in the house. I got to come up on the screen. Very powerful brother came in last time. Our brother Charleston Zimmerman in Pennsylvania, disabled VA disability isn't counted. Okay, the lottery rebate program, that's what they call it. Rent, property tax relief need to be 100% for exemption property tax. Okay, and I want you to let us know, because we have information, and a lot of times we do our best to research. When we present the information on Pennsylvania, please correct us in something that we need to get right, okay? And that goes for everybody in their state. We're doing our best. You know, here at the H-Town Vet, we do our research and we have knowledgeable information. But here's the problem when it comes to these state programs. It ain't like federal programs. They're constantly changing, and sometimes they don't use the right verbiage when it comes to trying to express veteran or VA compensation. They may not say 70%. They might say 79%. We know they mean 70%, but this is the confusion. Now, our sister Bionic Woman said, Bionic Woman says, welcome to Mr. Zimmerman. Salute. Yes, indeed. Now, the main, like I say, the first key is that honorable discharge, okay? If you want to use benefits at the state level, the first key is that honorable discharge. Let's see. Now, and then remember, the populations are growing in different states. A lot of people leaving California, moving to Texas, back to Texas and other states. Let me ask you, brother Charleston, where are people moving to Pennsylvania? Or are there more people leaving Pennsylvania? What's the population going? Because I know in Chicago, a lot of people leaving Chicago going other places, just like they're doing in California. But in Texas, we're seeing a population growth. Let us know if your state right now is seeing a population growth or decline. Let us know in the chat. Now, what tax exemption you get? He says he doesn't know the answer. This is why we here. When we don't know the answer, we don't know the answer. That's what I say when I don't know. But I was just curious. Anybody know about their state? We're just being nosy. No problem at all, brother. Now, here, I wouldn't know about Texas if they wasn't talking about it in the news so much. Now, it depends on what state you want to go to. That will dictate what tax exemption that you get. There's at least a couple of states that doesn't even offer it. All right, I forget which state it was because I didn't find any information on it, so I assume that they didn't offer a tax exemption. So today we're going to talk about property tax exemption for disabled veterans in particular, but it also covers other groups. It depends on your state, all right? And let us know if we're getting it right for your state. That's why we're always here to improve. Let us continue. Now, before we do that, we're going to talk about the different states, the largest, populations in different states. The top three are California, Texas, and Florida, in that order. All right. Right now, the number of veterans that are in California as of 2022, is 1,525,000. Texas, 1,435,000, and in Florida, 1,416,000. Now, it was said that Texas may eventually surpass California because so many people are moving from California to Texas. And a lot of them originally came from Texas, especially the Black population, because I have a lot of family members that live in California that went there in the 1930s and 30s and 40s, I think. Now let us continue. The fourth largest veteran state with the largest population is Pennsylvania, the state that our brother Charleston Zimmerman is living in. They have 731,411 veterans as of 2022 when they did the research. But it may have changed or grown since then. Are you leaving Pennsylvania, Brother Charleston, or are you going to stay there? Let us know. And if so, what makes you stay there? Now, the fifth largest is Ohio, which has 685,905 veterans. You know what? I'm surprised that because of so many, let me come up on the screen for this. I'm surprised with there being so many southern states that have so many military bases that you don't see more southern states on there. Only about two. You see a couple in the Midwest, two southern states, Florida and Texas, and then a western state. A Northeast, I'm sorry. Now let's see what our brother says. He says, Charleston say native Pennsylvania, was born on property and daughter live here. Yeah. When you got family here in a certain place, it's hard to move. I'm native to Texas. I came back home. I don't go nowhere. I like to visit though. You know what I'm saying? I spend my time away. Now let us get anybody from Ohio in here. Anybody from Ohio? Now, I want you to understand this. Alaska doesn't have a large number of veterans because Alaska is a small in population, one of the small states with the smallest U.S. population. However, the percentage of veterans there in relation to the population is 10.45%. So 1 out of every 10 people you see is going to probably be a veteran. They have a lot of military bases up there. They tend to go there. Okay, let's see what our brothers say. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's continue. Another state with a high veteran population is Virginia. I lived in Virginia for 6 years, and it's the second, largest veteran population by percentage, meaning 9.12% of the population in Virginia is veterans. So almost one out of every 10 people in Virginia is a veteran. They have several military bases. They got Norfolk Naval Base, Oceana. They have a lot of bases there. Now, Rose City says he's in Virginia. He say, I'm in Virginia. Uh-huh. Okay. And this is from Langley Air Force Base in Hampton, Virginia. Have you ever been to that Air Force Base, Rose City? I don't know if I've been. Now, Brett say, hi, love, K10, Chaplain Davis, D, Tariq, Kevin, please visit Popeyes for the new year. Family. And Rose City says yes. Okay. All right. You've been to Oceana too? Let me know if you've been to Oceana. And I think that's in Virginia Beach. And Norfolk Naval Base, of course, is in Norfolk. Now, let us continue, family. Now we're about to get ready to get into it. Now we're about to talk about that property tax exemption. Who qualifies? We talked about it. Now we're about to talk about it. Bam, first state, Alabama. All right. Y'all want to comment while we're doing this? Because it's going to be 48, 49 states. But we're going to we have a little map up there to show you the area. So in Alabama, you don't have to pay no taxes if you're 100% disabled. They didn't say specifically whether it's permanent total. You may have to check more in for that, but 100%, you get no taxes. Or if you are a veteran over the age of 65 or over 65, no taxes. It has to be a single family home, primary residence. Now, here's an interesting I like about this. The property limit is 160 acres. That's the biggest thing. So you can have a house on 160 acres and don't have to pay no taxes. You tell me that ain't good. Now let us continue. Anybody in here from Alabama? I know Boomers from Mobile. Get that 100%. We want to get you up to get that 100% so you can do what you got to do. Now here goes Alaska. We're doing it in alphabetical order. Alaska, if you have a 50% rating or higher, and we're talking about 50% disability rating with the VA compensation, exemption on the first $150,000 of the assessed value of your property. The exemption transferred to the spouse at age 60. Now that's what's interesting. Everybody got their own little specific rules. So your spouse won't get the exemption until after they turn 60. All right. And it has to be on the primary residence, meaning the house that you live in, not the one that your second home, not the one where you keep your side piece at, huh? Let us continue. Now that's for Alaska. Now for Arizona, the way it works, if you're 100% permanent total, you have 100% permanent total disability rating, the property tax exemption, there's a property tax exemption for up to $4,188. All right. The property assessment value cannot exceed $28,458. And now listen, you have to be a permanent resident of Arizona. You can't just own a house there. You got to be a permanent resident. You need to find out how long you have to be there. He said, yep, I've been there too. All right, you've been to the other bases. So we're there at Arizona. Then for Arkansas, 100%, if you're 100%, no taxes. If you loss of limb or loss of use of your limb, total blindness in one or both eyes, you don't have to pay taxes either if you're from Arkansas. Now, Arkansas, I like this. What y'all think of this here? Make me almost want to move to Arkansas. Surviving spouse, unmarried spouse, so they have to be unmarried, and dependents, they get the tax exemption too. So your children, I'm assuming they have to be dependents of a certain age, they get the tax exemption too. Homestead and personal property owned by DV. So even personal property gets an exemption. If you live in Arkansas, you need to look into this. We had our brother Love is in the house. Let me come up on the camera, and I say, I am the H-Town vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream. And we thank you for being here. We Love is our what we call it, pep rally man, and our enforcer is Thumper. If we need you to flip some tables over, we're gonna let you know, Thumper. For those of you that just came in, Thumper just said he's in the Hundo Club. He got his 100%. Now, remember I told y'all that right at the end of the year, what they'll do, they'll start filling either approving or disapproving claims, because I believe, and I'm not for sure, that they have to have a deadline by the end of the year where all this is done, because they have to send a report to somebody. That's just my assumption. All right. Now we at Arkansas now. Love say, Coach say hello. Love say hello, Coasty. Bionic Woman says hi, Love. And Love say hello, everybody. And then Thumper say, I got you. And thank you. That's no problem, brother. I appreciate you. Rose City, love, hello. Now, let us continue, family. Let us continue. Let me see what we got here. So remember, you not only get, so make sure you homestead. One of the main things you need to do when you have a piece of property, a house, homestead it so it can have protections. Love, say hello, Bionic Woman, Thumper, and Rose City. Gee. Now, let us continue to the next one. What's the next state? This is Love's place. Now, what you need to do, Love, once you have the full benefits of your dad, you fight for that homestead exemption. You let them know that you're a helpless child. You're supposed to get the same exact benefits that your father gets, because you are considered a helpless child. Love is over the age of 20, but if you are disabled before the age of 18, that's called helpless child. And because even though his father is no longer with us or with him, he still qualify for the benefits. Now, let's see what we got here. Rose City D say hello, love, hello. Major Boomer says hello, love, Thumper, and Policy Plug. Love say hello, Bionic Woman, Thumper, Rose City. And Major Boomer says hello, Rose City. Madre says what's up, love. And then love says hello, Major Policy Plug. And love says hello, Madre. Now tell me, I want y'all to put a one in the not a one. If you feel that that once a veteran is passed, that his dependents, let me ask you this here. If you feel like every state should have it where their spouse gets the tax exemption on the house, put a 1 in the chat. If everybody think that the dependent children should get the tax exemption, put a 2 in the chat. If you think both the spouse and the children should get the tax exemption on the house, meaning like a full tax exemption or whatever they offer in that state, put a 1 and a 2 in the chat. 1 for the spouse, 2 for the dependents. And if you think both supposed to get the property tax exemption after the veteran passed, put a 1 and a 2. Let us know, family. Now, our brother Charleston say the spouse. I understand. Now, Bionic Woman says the 1 and 2. The children, the spouse and the children. Okay. Oh, y'all coming through now. I gotta hurry up. Then Chief Mike say 1 and 2. Now, And I understand why some of you say, one, like, hey, the children need to make their way. Tell me some of your reasons why you think that. This is going to be interactive. We're going to get through this. If y'all not able to stay the whole night, I understand, but we're going to get through this information. Now, Love say, H-Town, my father had tax exemption on the house. Okay. Now, Coasty says 1 and 2, meaning the spouse and the dependent children. So even if the spouse passes, the children won't have to pay any property tax, or they pay reduced property tax. Madre say only the spouse. Now, Thumper says 1 and 2, the spouse and the dependent children. Now, our brother Kevin, oh Lord, look what Brett says, 3.5. Look, Brett got a side piece out there somewhere. You can't bring your side pieces on the thing. You can't put them on the benefits. Now, our brother Kevin got an increase also. Thank God for him. For he gave a donation last week. Our brother and someone else did too. I can't think of you right now, but I appreciate you too. We have it on the we post our donations, right? We let y'all know. Now here we go. We got to do it now. If it start getting too big, we can't let people know they're going to come get me, try to rob me. Why do some of y'all say that you don't think it's fair, that you don't feel like only the spouse should get it, not the children? Now, Kevin Colbert Senior say, good evening, family. What's going on with y'all? Happy holidays. Now, Love say, I was told I should get the same thing. You were right. He said, H-Town, you were right. You're supposed to get it. No, if you're yes, indeed. Now, listen to what Brother Charleston says. Spouse is sometimes disabled and older, can't remarry. That's usually the thing. Now, do you think, let me ask you this here. Now we getting real messy with it. I'm asking you another question, but y'all keep saying, what do y'all think about, do you think it's fair that in most cases, if the spouse remarry, that they lose the benefit? Do you think they should be able to remarry and keep the property tax exemption? Let us know. Thumper say, hello, Kevin. And then Bionic Woman says, hi, Mr. Kevin Cobart Sr. And then Love say, hello, Brett, Kevin Charleston. And then Brett say, hi, Love, and Madre. Now, so that's interesting. Let us continue, family. We dealt with California. Now, before we get to Colorado, let's see what he said. Brother Charleston answered the question. I appreciate that. Yes, keep if remarried. Now, so you're saying, or y'all saying, let me come up on the screen. I'm not trying to be messy. It's about to kick off. I already see some stuff. Don't flip no tables, Thumper. Now, why, Brother Charleston? I'm just asking. All right, I don't want to play advocating for the devil, but I'm taking the opposite position because some may feel that way. Why should the spouse be able to keep the benefit when they're going to be married to someone else? Why don't they get them to take care of them? What is it you think? That's not a sign of disloyalty where if you leave, my benefits ain't going with you. What's your opinion? Why do you have your position on this? Let us know in the chat. And let's see what, because I'm very interested. Why do you think it shouldn't be taken? Because, that can be hard. Because what if they break up? They get with somebody else, they break up, they don't have the benefits no more, right? Now, Thumper says, nope. If you remarry, you lose that protection benefit from your veteran. Oh, if he get in Congress, what's going to happen? He ain't trying to hear it. Now, Love say, that's me, Charleston. Now, he say, okay, older women need assets. That is totally true. Let me tell you why that's so true. I'm going to tell you why it's so true. In Texas, they got it where they can't remarry until they get to the age of 57. Once they get to 57, they can remarry and keep the home with the property tax exemption on it. Yes, because they take into consideration here in Texas what our brother Mr. Zimmerman is talking to us about. All right, now let's talk about Colorado. Who's ever lived in Colorado? Put a Y in the chat if you've ever lived in Colorado. Put a Y in the chat if you've ever lived or been stationed or spent at least 6 months to a year in Colorado or more. Let us know. Now, Colorado, the way it works with them, if you're 100% rating, yes, that's what they do. They wait until to like they can't remarry, but once they get 57, the surviving spouse can remarry at that point. Yes, that's how they do it in Texas. They passed that law in 2011. Now, because I am an H-Town vet, that's how I know that. Now, Bionic Woman says yes, she's been to Colorado. Let me see if I've been in Colorado. Now, Bionic Woman, were you stationed in Colorado or visit? I was stationed in Colorado. That was my duty station after Germany. So yes, for me too, H-Town. Now, listen, Colorado, if you're 100%, the exemption, so if you're 100% rating, exemption of 50% of the first 200,000 of the full value of the home. Okay? Now, tax deferred exists for veterans over the age of 65 and active duty. Just like our brother Zimmerman is saying, now listen, just like our brother was saying, that as people get older, they need more assistance, more medical care. They more on a fixed income, and they gonna need that help. Now, it got to be a primary resident. Let me tell you what happened. Colorado is a beautiful place, y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all something about Colorado. We answered Colorado, and we're gonna continue in a second. I'm gonna tell you something about Colorado. First, he say, love, say, so true, H-Town. Same in California when they get a certain age. Because people, you're not making more money as you get older. And your lady or your man, they might need somebody to help them as they get older. You want them happy, don't you? Come on now. Okay, Max, I used to live in Colorado. Our brother Max, y'all show love to Max for being in the house. Max says, and look at him, say, hello, everybody. Now, Max, let us know how you found out about the channel. Are you new to the channel, or is this just the first time that you came in and interacted with us? I'm amazed at how many people are coming. Now, we got 19 likes on it, and we got 24 people watching. Smash that like button if you haven't, family, or if you forgot to. Now, so like he said, I used to live in Colorado. Okay. Now, what part of Colorado? I was in Colorado Springs at Fort Carson. And then Bionic Woman said I was stationed in Colorado. What state duty station? What's that Air Force base in Colorado? I remember. I forgot the name. Let us know, Bionic Woman. Now, Thumper say, I want then to fix this stupid law that dedicates who can get my retirement after I pass over. On top of that, I have to pay for this BS. My kids can't be over a certain age. Right. Now, that's some heavy talk. He making a point. Love, say hello, Max. And then, and like I say, our brother Max say hello. So everybody show love to Max. Now, Bionic Woman says, welcome, Max. Then Coasty said, hello, Max. Now, listen to what they say here. Listen to our brother Charleston and sit back and peep game. He said, yes, I don't make social rules. I got by logic, and Jesus said. And Jesus said, amen, amen. Can't go wrong with that. Bionic Woman, Lowry Air Force Base in Denver. I forgot the name of that base. I thought it was another one. Now listen to what he said. Max said, I live in Houston, Texas. I always come across your channel. Recently got my 100% PNT Army vet. Same here, Max. Army vet, 100% PNT. Welcome to the Hundo Club. How long ago did you get it? Within the last year, last 2 or 3 years? Now, Veteran Policy Plug. Hey, Max, welcome. See, let me tell you what it does when we talk. He said, I like your channel. Let me ask you a question, Max. What about the channel draws you to it that you would actually spend time sitting there talking to us, communicating with us, chatting with us? Why would you do that? I know you might have other channels that are beneficial too, that you enjoy listening to, but what's unique about this channel that you would sit back and the way, the channel is set up, our platform? Why? Now, I think we just went over Colorado. Let us continue. Let's go to and y'all can keep chatting. We good. Because there's a lot of them. So Connecticut, we talked about Connecticut the other night, and that's what inspired me to do this live stream. We want to thank our brother. He helped us out on this here. Praise Mr. International, because I asked him for the information and I put it together. And I thank him. I said, I know you don't like me, I was shouting him out, but I had to because this was really important. And he got it right to me. And I don't know what's going on in my email. It used to be I could respond direct. I have to wait a while now. So if I don't get right back to you, don't take it personal. I'm going to keep looking. I got to find out what's going on my channel. Now, Connecticut, if you're 100% permanent and total, if you have 100% permanent and total rating in Connecticut, let me say it like this. If you have 100% VA disability rating, no taxes. Now, this has just changed. This law is new. So the exemption will be issued in fiscal year 2026. This law just passed, I think, a few weeks ago, maybe October or something. Now, certain townships may have additional time in military service requirements. So you need to look into it. And it's on your primary dwelling. That's how they describe it as a dwelling. And Brett say, Max, we love you. Please visit Popeyes. That's an inside joke, Max. When we was talking about Veterans Day, Brett was talking about, let's go to Popeyes. Why you want to eat that when you got all this good food other places? That's what I said. Now, Max say the number one reason is I feel like I'm part of the military community with your channel. Now, I got to ask, and see, I asked you this here. Now, look what he said. I want to answer that question first. I want to ask you a question about that first. What on the channel that makes you feel like you're connected, Max, here? Is it the chat, the interactive way we do it? And what makes you feel disconnected on other platforms or other channels? And you don't have to mention names or who they are, but we trying to improve the channel, and we like to know these things, what we can do better. Now, Max says, I would like to learn more from you about our benefits. We have over 100 and almost 15 videos in our library, videos and live streams. So you go back and you can watch those videos, and then you click on the tab that says videos, and they're shorter videos. And we also have live streams. You'll learn something on every last one of them. I guarantee you that. Almost every last one of them. Now let's go. Now we did Connecticut. Now we're at Delaware. Anybody here ever been to Delaware? I don't think I've ever been to Delaware. Did you meet anybody in the military? I met one brother that was from Delaware. When I say brother, I'm talking about a black guy. He was from Delaware, and I asked him, man, I said, y'all got a hood in Delaware? He said, yeah. Now Max says, so he said, I would like to learn. Okay, boy, I get about chatting more about benefits. Okay, now Charleston, our brother Charleston says, military mindset is different than civilian. What's the major difference that you encountered, brother Charleston, when you came back to civilian world that let you know what? These people don't think like me. What was the biggest challenges in communication and adjusting back to civilian world and dealing with civilians in general? If you don't mind, let us know in the chat. Now, Max says, with this channel, more interaction, chat, instant communication. I like that. Now, that's the first person that I heard said that. Now, that's the first to say instant communication and feedback. We're going to acknowledge you because you're important. Look, and you ain't got to put no $100 down to be seen. You're going to be seen no matter what. Now, if you put some money down, we cool with that too. Now, real good information. Then our brother Max says, thank you, everyone. Come back when you can. If you can make it more frequently, we're here for you. If not, get the email, let us know. You know, I'm busy, I can't come to the live, but I'm doing this, I'm supporting y'all, and I'll let the family know that you came through. Now, listen to Chief Mike say, I've been to Delaware a lot when I was stationed in New Jersey. Now, well, you down there, I ain't gonna get you in no trouble. I ain't gonna get you in no trouble, you mad. When you down there, just take your work or something down there, right? I don't want to start no problem. Now, Delaware, let us get to Delaware here. Love say, hello, Chief Mike. Now, Delaware is like this. It's a small state. Is Delaware, what's the smallest state? Is Delaware the smallest state? Somebody let us know. Now, Delaware, you got to be 100% permanent total or have unemployability, okay? Meaning, you know, unemployability. Usually individual unemployability rating at the VA. That's the same here in Texas. You have to be a resident of Delaware for 3 years. So you just can't come in there and get the tax exemption. So if you want to buy a house in Delaware, you can't just go there and say, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna get my property tax exemption. You better rent an apartment for a while or something. Now listen, what do they give you? A tax credit against 100% of non-vocational school district property tax. All right, that makes me believe when they say credit, you're gonna have to pay it first and they give it back to you. Now, if you get that tax exemption, you can't get the senior school property tax credit too. So they must have more than one there. Now let's see what our brother he says here. Brother Charleston says in 1981, state rules and employment still against veterans from Vietnam. I was post-Vietnam. Okay. What type of rules do they have that makes it more difficult, brother? Benny say, love. Now, Chief Mike say, what's up, love? And then Benny says, Chief Mike. And then Benny said, Coasty. And love, say hello, Benny. And then Chief Mike say, what's up, Benny? Let him know what's up. Tell him what's been going on. How y'all holding up? Are y'all traveling right now? Are y'all on the move? Let us know. Now let's go to the next state, Florida. Who in here wants to live in Florida? Come on, forget the hurricanes. Who wouldn't? The whole state is a beach. They got beaches everywhere. Come on now. Who wouldn't want to live in the beautiful state of Florida? All right. Now, if you're in Florida, if you're 100%, you don't pay no taxes. Now, if you're at least 10% disabled rate, you're entitled to a $5,000 deduction on assessed home value. Homestead exemption for veterans over the age of 65 and surviving unmarried spouses. All right. Now, it has to be your primary resident. Can't just leave you the beach house. Now, listen to what Brother Charles say. Most states, government employment discrimination. Okay. Now, Thumper, Tariq, that's what the brother's name. Okay. That's who I was racing to 100. Oh, okay. I wonder what my brother had. I wonder, we ain't heard from him for some weeks. They moved him and his son and family moved, and I want to know if he's doing okay, because they had got kind of sick, for a situation. And we were trying to keep up tabs on him, but, we'll keep praying for him, okay? If y'all hear something, let us know. Now, Georgia, all right, if you're 100%, you have 100% rating, exemption on 50,000 limit plus county, municipal, and school purposes. So all those type of tax you get exempt from too. And you get a $50,000 exemption. Now, depending on a fluctuating index rate set by the VA. So they every year might be something different. Now, right now, they say the current amount for 2023 is $98,492. For more information on what they mean by it, check with them. Now, Love say, I had to wait another 30 days before a decision on my claim. I have to wait another 30 days before a decision on my claim, Chief Mike. Yeah. Now, listen what Charleston says. So, in 1983, worked in federal government. Oh, you did? So, you worked in federal government in 1983. Did you retire, brother? Or did you leave and seek employment elsewhere? And was this after you got out of the military? How was that? He say, let's see what he says here. A lot of veterans got employment with the federal government. Let me ask you this, because they were saying this. If you get it by the preference points, is it hard for them to fire you? I know, like at the post office, if you get the preference points to work there, if they try to use your disability to fire you, how can you protect yourself? So he left. Okay, tell us more about it, family. We chatting in there today. We learning about our brother, like we learn about each other. Next state, Hawaii. Now, I need to know if you've been to Hawaii. I don't care if you've been there for 10 seconds and then hop right back on the plane. Put a yes or no. Put a if you've been to Hawaii. Let us know. H-Town ain't been. I want to go. Now, Hawaii is good. Now, it's expensive to live in Hawaii, but 100%, you don't have to pay no taxes based on which county the veteran resides in, because they have different counties there, okay? Now, primary residents and your surviving spouse can use the benefit. I never been either. So, H-Town ain't never been. Let me get his thing. He said, Love say, been appealing since 2003, I'm sorry, making the final lap, Chief Mike. Yes, indeed. Now, this one he say, Charleston said yes, but Reagan changed the federal retirement program. Yeah, he changed a lot. Now, Max, I've been to Hawaii. Okay, Max been. H-Town hasn't been. I haven't been. Bionic Woman says no, she hasn't been. Chief Mike say, I've been to Hackman Air Force Base on a hop. So did you stay there long, brother? Did you stay in Hawaii long? Now, Max says, would like to learn about Hawaii property tax exemption. Yes, we're going to get you more information. We're going to go into more detail. Once we do the overview, we're going to go by each state and we're going to run through it, okay? Not today, on a different day. We're going to do each state. Here, these videos going to go on forever. You're going to learn something. Now, listen to what he said. Charleston say, I left federal in 1987. Shipyard closed, was temporary. That happened a lot with them shipyards. Should come down here and work at the ship channel. But a lot of people. Now, Chief Mike says 3 days in 1988. That's the year I went into, Chief Mike, that's the year I went into the U.S. Army, 1988. Where were you back then, as they would say? Now, who would move to Hawaii? It's expensive, but you don't have to pay no property tax, family. Who would want to live on that island or a series of islands? And which island would you live on? Now, Idaho. Now, Idaho, you have to be 100% or unemployability, those ratings. What do? They reduce property tax by $1,500. All right. Now, check this out. Veteran must own and live in the home as primary residence before April 15, 2023. Mobile homes are eligible. That's the first time I saw. So mobile home, I give me a mobile home, put on some property, and I ain't got to pay no property tax on that, huh? Oh, man. Now, Chief Mike says, try to hop back to Japan. How did that work out? Did you get a hop back on to Japan from Hawaii, or do you go through Guam first? Let us know in the chat, Chief Mike. Now, Thumper says, I've not been to Hawaii, visited Colorado. My brother was stationed there. Okay. Did you like Colorado? It's cold, but it ain't as cold. No cold anywhere. I can deal more with Colorado cold than I could with Germany cold. I like Colorado. Even the snow is cold. You gotta have snow chains, and if you got a truck and you need to put some bricks and some weights in the back to keep the back of the truck from sliding if you don't have nothing heavy in there. Great. Thumper say, Chief Mike, let's go. Oh boy. Now let's see what we got going. Now, next state is Illinois. You know, how I remember it is that Chicago is in Illinois, but I didn't realize that Chicago is right on the water. Why nobody ever told me that? I'm gonna have to go to Chicago one day. Lake Michigan, right? Now, and I didn't realize how close it is to Indiana. Man. Now, Illinois, eligibility and exemption amounts can vary depending on disability rate. So they haven't disclosed it in detail. Disability exemption for special monthly special adapted housing. Remember the Congress lady that they were trying to shame because she had the total exemption on her taxes because she lost both legs and one of her arms was damaged too. That's why she lives in Illinois. You know, Chicago's Illinois, I believe. And they were trying to say that's wrong. She did that. They were pocket watching that veteran lady. She was a helicopter pilot who got injured in combat. Now, combat veteran recently returned from active duty in U.S. armed conflict. In an U.S. armed conflict. So if you just got back from some combat situation, you can get, even if you're a veteran, you just got out, whether you're 100% or disabled at all, you need to let people know if they go back to Chicago, they're able to get the property tax exemption, huh? But they need to do it as soon as they get out if they find a place. Now, Thumper said, I think I could deal with Colorado cold after dealing with Fort Drum for 4 years. Let me tell you, I had an uncle that was up there. He said, Fort Drum, New York. Oh, you should have heard, man. It was cold from what he tells me. Chief Mike say, I left Hawaii and went to Guam, then the Philippines, and finally back to Japan. How long did it take you to do that navigation? How long did it take you to get from Hawaii to Japan? Was it a few days? Now, Charleston says, no, Chicago is cold in winter. Did a school, okay, like Enoch, did a school, Great Lakes. Okay. I'm learning a lot about y'all teaching me something. That's why it ain't hard to interact and we can learn at the same time, right? Oh, and apply to spouses too. So in Illinois, I forgot to put that. So even surviving spouses can get the tax exemption, and it varies. But I think you can't get total tax exemption. They just wasn't giving much information. We're gonna do deep dives later on as we go into each one individually. All right. Indiana. Who's been to Indiana in here? Michael Jackson from Gary, Indiana, I think. How close is that to Chicago? Look like it's kind of close. Indiana close to Chicago. Okay, now this is interesting. Look what they have here. Chief Mike say, it took a few days. I flew on a C5. Tell me what a C5 is. Is it smaller than a C-130? Let us know. So in order to get the tax exemption, property tax exemption in Indiana, you have to serve in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Gulf War, and received an honorable discharge. At least a 10% disability rating are entitled to a $24,960 deduction on excess home value. 100% disabled veterans or 62-year-old with at least 10% gets a $14,000 exemption. All right. Now, that's just what they got on there. I don't know how, because the numbers seem different, but that's what they were saying. So I'm going to go in more detail. If y'all learn anything, let us know. This in there, 90 days. You had to do at least 90 days in the military with an honorable discharge. Now, Iowa. I have trouble saying. Now, I like Iowa. Now, look at Iowa. This is interesting, family. Iowa, that you have 100%, all you need is 100% disability rating, VA disability rating. You don't pay no taxes. Only one property, less than 40 acres in rural area. I like that. You saying I ain't got to pay taxes on 39 acres or less? That's cool. Now, look at this. Less than half an acre if you live in an urban area. So they must have some big lots in urban areas, and it goes to the surviving spouse also in Iowa. Now let's catch back up with what our brothers saying here. Our brothers are telling us here. Chief Mike say, a C-130 looks like your house is flying. The largest aircraft in the free world. Now, let me ask you this here, then I'm going to get to your statement there, Brother Charleston. I got to come up on the screen. Let me ask you this here. Is this as big as Howard Hughes, the heaviest plane that he flew when he broke the world record? You know, Howard Hughes is from Houston. He was born and raised in Bel Air. Did you know that? I don't know if it's River Oaks or Bel Air. He was born and raised here. And he had used tools. And a lot of my family members used to work there. Used tools back in the day. Oh, my older family member. Now let's see what they got here. Let's see. Oh boy, this is interesting. A big old plane. Was anything on the plane at time? Now look what Charleston say. I flew CONUS, which is continental U.S. In a C-130 in winter. Passenger cargo heat out. 30,000 feet. Oh, man. That's C5, not a C-130. Now it's talking about his C-130. Okay. Now you give me straight. Okay. Yeah. Now, is that an Air Force plane or does it really matter? Is that a Navy plane? Where's that? Or is that an Army plane, Chief Mike? Because I'm really curious about that now. So, yes. You can have a large, in Iowa, who want to move to Iowa? I've heard of the big places, Des Moines. Heard of Des Moines, Iowa. He said it was a big C-130, was most for cargo, mostly for cargo. Okay. Now Thumper says Air Force. And then Chief Mike says C-130 has 4 propellers. I think I've seen that. Now, Charleston says C-30 went National Guard after 95. Did you end up retiring, Charleston, if you don't mind us asking? Now, Thumper says, from the National Guard. Thumper says, C-130 is loud. Wow. Yeah, I think I've been on a few of them. Now, I think have I been on C-130? I think I may have. Now we just did Iowa, so let us continue. Y'all keep chatting away and let me know, we doing it. Kansas. Anybody from Kansas? 50%. If you have a 60% disability rating or more, blind or totally and permanently disabled all of 2022. This wasn't clear. I'm just putting information I had. Surviving unmarried spouse, primary resident. So I'm assuming you get a tax break. Now he say, no, Navy, 1985 reserves honorable. Okay. Now, Chief Mike says, if an aircraft has C in front of the name, mean it's a cargo plane. Did not know that. Shame on me. I just know the term, but shame on me. I should know that. Cargo. Okay. Kentucky. All right. 100% rating is a requirement to get the highest discount. Kentucky veterans who are at least 65. So you don't even have to. So if you have 100% disability rating, that's one qualification. You can just be a Kentucky veteran that's 65 and not disabled and also get an exemption. What's the exemption? Up to $46,350 on primary residence. Limits change annually for inflation. So if inflation goes up, you get a higher limit. All right. Who have been to Fort Knox in Kentucky? I did basic training at Fort Knox. And I went to Abraham Lincoln's home. I don't know if y'all been there. I got pictures. Was that in Kentucky, or did they take us to another state to do that? Because isn't he from Illinois or somewhere? Wasn't he born? But I went to his house and saw his Bible and the little creek up under there. They still got his home over there. Now, Chief Mike says, if it has an F, it means that it's a fighter jet. Did not know that. Any other acronyms that we need to know about when it comes to the military? Because I sure don't want to take a hop flight on nothing that says F on it. Flight about it. I ain't trying to get up there. Now, let us continue, family. We are Kentucky. You can continue to communicate. If you see a state that interests you, Louisiana. Who's ever been to Louisiana? Who's ever been to Mardi Gras in New Orleans? What they call that district? My daughter just went down there. She came back. She said, Dad, it's too expensive. Now, Louisiana, you have to be 100% or unemployability rating, and you don't have to pay no taxes. Now, ratings of 90% or less are eligible for exemption for up to $120,000 of the assessed value of the property. So you get a partial tax exemption if you're less than 100%. But with 100%, you don't pay no taxes. Now, surviving spouses or get the exemption too, and it has to be your primary residence. Now, let's see what he said. Thumper say yes and no. Tell me when he said yes and no to what, so I know, because I forgot what I asked. Maine, you VA disability rating of 100%. Now listen what it says. Service or non-service related, a disability rate. Now listen what they're saying. That means the VA pension, that it qualifies too. Ain't that something to get the exemption? Veteran who are at least 62 years old, what do they get? All these different groups. Property tax exemption up to $6,000. Now, another exemption is even higher. Special adapted housing, $50,000 exemption. And think about it, family. How did you like Mardi Gras, Thumper? Let's see what he says. He say, been to the boot. That's what they call Louisiana. It's shaped like a boot. Have been to that Mardi Gras. How many beads did you come away with? How many beads did you throw at people? Maryland. Somebody in here from Maryland. Who in here either is from Maryland or you're currently living in Maryland? Somebody in here from the DMV. Now, Maryland, 100% permanent total, you don't pay no taxes. And this is the same for surviving spouses of military members that are killed in action. Also surviving spouses of 100% disabled veterans. I know this sounds redundant, but we want to go over it for people for their different states. Now, also disabled active duty service members. Now, I need to come up on the screen. This one kind of confused me. Can y'all help me? Is there anything, such thing as being disabled while you're a member of the service? How's that possible? Anybody know? They say disabled active duty service member. Have you ever heard of that? Or that means you're about to get out, or you can be disabled while you serve? Is there such thing? If you know, let me know. Let Next Town know, because that's what I want to know. That's an interesting statement said in Maryland. Now, also Massachusetts. I can't say it that good, but my daughter gets on me laughing when I say it. In Mass, 100% rating, you get $1,500 exemption off your taxes. Now that's with 100%. Now 10% or more disabled, meaning between 10 and 90%. Purple Heart, Gold Star parent, they get a $400 exemption. Now a Gold Star parent is some parents that lost a child to war, and they get benefits too. Who did that? Was that President Bush? I mean, not Bush. Wasn't that President Trump that did the Gold Star thing? Or was it another president? Who did the Gold Star family thing? That when family lose a child and maybe they're not married, and the benefit goes to the parent. Now listen to what our brother Charleston say. Active duty, at least 90 days in combat zone. Oh, okay. That's why I want to be clear. That's why we're going to do the best we can. So now Charleston say Trump started the Gold Star family. Did not know that. I thought it, but I wasn't for sure. Who in here have heard about the Gold Star family? If you never heard about the Gold Star family, put an N in the chat if you never heard of it. Because it's about to get a little hectic in here. Because one of these are going to shock you. Don't get mad now. Because I love the Gold Star family, but I saw something here that kind of confused me on one of these. So we're going to go through them here. Now, Thumper say, I've seen an operation. Now, let me say, I've seen an operator, one of those SOF guys that have prosthetics and was still active. Now, is that because of their MOS? Is it because they don't have to do physical things? Oh, really? Yeah, Gold Star family is like if your son or daughter goes into the war and they lose their life, you become a Gold Star parents. Coach said, yeah, Mass sucks. Is it cold up there? Now, Veteran Policy Plug say no. John J in the house. Salute H-Town vet and chat family. You gonna have to John Jay. I think which one of y'all gonna have to become. Y'all gonna have to be here. Need y'all in the background. Y'all always support it. Now listen to what it says. Another thing, live in the state for 6 months in order to get this benefit, even though it ain't that much. Seems like they should give more. Don't you think, Coasty, they should give more than $400 to somebody that has a Purple Heart or to a Gold Star family? Because they're usually older family member parents, and they might be elderly. And to disabled veterans. Now, you have to live in the state for 6 months prior to enlistment. Okay, so let's say you went there and you went in the military from Massachusetts. You better been there 6 months prior to enlistment to qualify, or lived in the state for 5 consecutive years. So after you got out, you lived there for 5 consecutive years. Now, here we go. Bionic Woman says, hi, John J. Hi, John L. Is it John L? John J. Salute, brother. Let me come up on the screen. We glad you're in there, John. Salute. Now, Coastley says, absolutely. Now, John J. say, hello, Bionic Woman. Hope all is well with you. Yes, indeed. Now, let us continue. We're talking about the property tax exemptions by state, and we're going over all of the ones that do it. It's like 1 or 2 I don't think is on here because I don't think they don't do any property tax. I forget the state. Now here's the other thing. Now tell me, they talking about they gonna give you an exemption of $750 for the loss of use of both hands or both feet, or 1 hand and 1 foot. Now, is that cold? What can somebody do with $750 and they have these major injuries? I don't know. Do you think that's unreasonable? Shouldn't it be a higher property tax exemption on your house? Are houses expensive that you know of, Coasty? I don't know if you live in Mass, but are they expensive in Massachusetts? Will $750 help you? Now, Thumper says, Bionic Woman, how are your knees feeling tonight? Do you have any ice packs on them, sister? What's going on? I'm with our brother here. How you doing? Let's go to the next state. Love say, hello, John J. Michigan. Who in here from Michigan? If you from Michigan, put a Y in the chat. If you are from Michigan, put a Y in the chat. The state of Michigan. And it says, if you're in Michigan, if you're 100%, you have 100% disability rating, you don't have to pay no property tax. Michigan also offers a homestead tax credit. So you get something else on top of that. Now, property tax relief for active duty military personnel if it's your primary resident. And let me see. John J say, hello, love. John J say, hello, Thumper. Now, are y'all liking Michigan? Who's ready to move to Michigan now? Not bad. Not bad. Now let us continue, family. Minnesota, that if you have 100% permanent total rating, you get a $300,000 exemption. You know, that's off. They're not gonna, that means they're gonna exempt up to $300,000 of the house. You get the value of the home. Now, if you're from 70 to 90%, they give you a $150,000 exemption. You have to talk to them and see how it works because their wording is all of them is kind of tricky. Now, this is also for surviving spouses of veterans with 100% permanent total, spouses awarded DIC death benefits, death indemnity compensation. That's covered too. Now, let's see. Bionic Woman says, Thumper, knee is stiff tonight. Okay. Pray, make sure get some of that, what they call that stuff, that being gay or something. Tariq says hello, H-Town and everyone. He will return to the chat as soon as his son, as soon as he can. We tell him we're gonna be praying for him. That everybody, and get a word back to him that we love him and we miss him. Everybody show love to Tariq in the chat. Somebody show some love. Thumper says, John J, good evening. Then we have, now listen what our brother Charleston said. I met Master Chief Carl Bashir in 1979, Men of Honor, diver. He was still active duty with a missing leg. Retired 1980. What? They let him still. I think you're right. He injured himself on the ship. If y'all don't remember, Cuba Gooding Jr. and what's our other brother name? Robert De Niro. They played in the movie Men of Honor, and Charleston actually met him, the man that they made the movie about. Wow. Y'all need to see that movie. That was a great movie. Thumper, Bionic Woman. All right. Then Thumper say, Tariq, that's the spelling. Tell my brother I miss him and say hello. Yes, indeed, we miss him. Now, Thumper say, I think he was the first to be a disabled active duty member. Now, that's interesting. Go look and find out if he was the first. If anybody find out, get back with us and let us know. As the brother Brochure, he was the first to be a person that was still serving while injured. Now, Minnesota, he lost his leg on the ship, and he was a deep sea diver. Minnesota, they 100% permanent total. I think we just went over that. Yes, we went over Minnesota. Keep it going, family. We doing Mississippi. Now they got it interesting here. If you're 100% disabled, no taxes. Veteran homeowner may also qualify. So even if you ain't a disabled veteran, you might get a tax exemption. You just a veteran, honorably discharged veteran. Now, unmarried surviving spouses, of course, of disabled veterans. Homestead property. All right. Got that. Then Missouri. Now, 100% disabled veteran receives credit up to $1,100 for property tax. So that means they got to pay it first now and then get their money back. Former prisoner of war qualifies for this exemption. It's got to be their private resident. Hold on. I think I missed up. Love say, yes, I saw the movie and have the DVD, Man of Honor. I hear you. Now, Coasty say, born and raised in Massachusetts. Okay. Live here. Hard to find a home below. Hold on. You scared me now. How much is that? How much is that, y'all? Y'all got, it's an insult. Don't scare me. You put them numbers up there. I think you trying to scare me. Hold on. So you telling me them offering a few $100s for an exemption to a veteran? That's what you were talking about as a joke. Okay. Wow. Missouri also, I think said prisoner of war get exemptions also. Wow, family. Did y'all know that about Massachusetts? I didn't know that. I know y'all people gonna be laughing the way I say it. I'm a Texas boy. Montana. Now, one thing Montana is, it's beautiful. It seems isolated to me. It's like I'll get depressed. I like being by myself, but not that much. That's a big old piece of geography. And I don't think, many people live there. What's the most least populated states in the United States? Has the least number of people. Now, Montana, if you have 100% rating, exempt the amount. The exemption amount is based on income and marital status. Ain't that wild? Hold on, they starting at 400,000? My Lord. Man, that's a lot. Unmarried surviving spouse qualify also for the exemption after veteran passes, and it has to be a primary resident. I wonder how many acres can it be you can have your house on and not pay taxes. I would love to know in Montana, because it's a beautiful place. So is Wyoming. Nebraska. If you're 100%, you have 100% VA disability rating, exemption amount is based on income and marital status again. So it depends on how much you make and whether you're married or not. And I'm assuming that they're using your spouse's income too. Now, ain't that interesting? Some are straightforward, just get the exemption. Other ones want records to see who in here wouldn't be willing to give them their records on how much money they make to get the exemption, or they check stubs to the state government. Let us know how you feel about that. Now, they say in order for you to get the property tax exemption, you would have to show proof of income from you and your spouse, even though your spouse is not the veteran. How you feel about that? Sharing those documentations with a state agency. Now, veteran totally disabled due to non-service connected illness, like if you have the VA pension. Now, it got to be a primary resident. Now, let us continue. Nevada. Who's ever been to now let me know, what's in Nevada? Tell me if Las Vegas is in Nevada. Family, let me know if Las Vegas is in Nevada. What's in Nevada? I'm in the right place? Nevada is where Las Vegas. If so, have you ever been to Las Vegas? I only went to the backside, and that was like riding in a military thing to go to military training in a big like Greyhound bus. Now, Nevada, 100% exemption up to $30,800 on assessed value, rating between 60 to 70%, 15,400 reduction, rating between 80 to 90%, $23,100 reduction. So Chief Mike has been to he's been to Las Vegas. Have you ever played at the casinos? What is your favorite thing to do in Las Vegas? Let us know, Chief Mike. Now let's go on to the next state. Oh, you saw what? Is that Nelly? You saw Nelly in concert? What are you saying? You saw him? Was he did a Vegas tour? Have anybody ever? You seen anybody else on Vegas tour? Now New Hampshire. If you're 100% permanent total disability rating, you get this is kind of, is this insulting, family? You get a $701 tax credit. Double amputee or paraplegic get a $701 tax credit. Is that cold? Unmarried spouses get the same amount. I don't want to repeat that amount. I ain't saying I'm ungrateful, but living in New Hampshire, you think that makes a difference? $701, and you got to pay first, then they give you the money back, or they reduce the amount or something on your primary residence. Now look, he says yes, Hoover Dam is also in Nevada. Oh, okay. Have you ever been to Hoover Dam? Now, what other great landmarks is in Nevada, huh? And let's not just talk about them houses of ill repute. Okay, Nellis, not Nelly, Nellis Air Force Base. Okay, Nellis. Y'all know I chop all kind of words up. Now, how long did you stay there? Chief Mike said, I enjoyed going to the NBA Summer League in Las Vegas. How long were you in Las Vegas? And what do you like about Las Vegas? and what you don't like about it. Let us know, Chief Mike. New Jersey. Somebody in here mentioned New Jersey. Who's in here from New Jersey? Who lives in New Jersey and commutes to New York? How far is New Jersey from New York? Now, with New Jersey, if you have 100% permanent total rating, VA disability rating, you receive an annual tax exemption. Must be a legal resident of New Jersey, and it has to be your primary residence. I was wondering about that. Chief Mike said 5 days in the heat was disrespectful. So he's saying that heat was disrespectful. Give me a temperature that you remember. Did it get over 105? What was the highest temperature you remember, brother, while you were there? Now, that's New Jersey, family. Now, New Mexico. What's in New Mexico? Is the Grand Canyon in New Mexico? Where's the Grand Canyon at, family? Now, New Mexico, 100% permanent total rating. You don't have to pay no property tax. What's wrong with living in New Mexico? Is it all desert? Now, property is occupied by the disabled veteran. So you got to live in the house. Standard veteran tax exemption up to $4,000. So if you're just a veteran, they trying to get you there too. They giving you a $4,000 tax exemption off your house. And they got to be your primary resident. Y'all not going to believe what this man just wrote. He said, I was stationed in New Jersey for 10 years. Was that your last duty station, Chief Mike? Or when you got ready to retire? Or was it kind of in the middle or in the beginning of your military service? Now, Chief Mike says the Vegas heat was 115 degrees. Has anybody here been anywhere where it's been hotter than 115 degrees? Please tell us. It got to 110 there for a couple, and that's very irregular in Texas. That happened about a few years ago, but I don't remember no 115. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember it. Come on, talk to me, family. Okay, Grand Canyon is in Texas and Arizona. Is it in Texas too? I don't think it's in Texas, Thumper. We're going to debate on that. I thought it's, really? I think the Colorado River may run through here. I forget. A Bionic Woman says, Kuwait. How hot did it get in Kuwait, Bionic Woman, as you remember? And Chief Mike said, yes, I retired from McGuire Air Force Base in 2001. How were you able to be there your last 10 years? How'd you hook that up? Now, listen to what Brother Charleston says. Boiler space on a Navy ship, 120 degrees? How do y'all survive? Let me ask you something. When you're dealing with them boilers, how y'all survive, man? Do they have some kind of cooling outfit? How do you breathe? The ships always made me nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you. My partner was in the Navy. Now, Thumper says, does deployment counts for the temperature? Yes. Anywhere you've been. Bionic Woman said 120 degrees. I ain't never seen it. It might have been that when no. I was in Kuwait, but I was there. I got to be honest with you. When I got there, it was January 1st when we arrived in Saudi Arabia. And, we moved along, picked up our vehicles. Then we went to Kuwait. When we went to Kuwait, it was right after the oil well fires had been blown up by Saddam and them. So it wasn't that hot. I had a jacket on and stuff. Then by the time we went through Bahrain. And when we got to Bahrain, I don't remember. We was in a big old, I think this was a tent that was like a building. They had made the tent like a building, man. Now let's see. Thumper say, yeah. Let me see what he say here. She say 120. And Chief Mike say, I kept going TDY overseas, and my overseas return date changed so that's how I stayed so long. You played the game right. Now listen, Thumper say Iraq and Afghanistan. Which one was hotter, Thumper? Which one was hotter? Let us know in the chat. Oh Lord, Fort Hood is hot. Fort Hood. What's the new name for Fort Hood? Family, let us know what the new name is for Fort Hood. Let me get back up on here. Now, somebody tell us, anybody in here from New York, this is the most confusing veteran property tax exemption ever heard of. I didn't know what to do with this. They got 3 types of exemptions available to veterans. They got the alternative Cold War and eligible fund. I don't know what to do with that. Initial applications are often due in the spring. Obtaining exemption is not automatic. Man, that was some wild information, but that's the information they got. I went to their brochure and found that. I don't know what to do with state of New York. Now, North Carolina, 100% rating, special adaptive housing under 38 USC 2102. Now, receive exemption up to the first $45,000 of the appraised value. It got to be a primary residence. Now let's see what our brother's saying here. Brother Charleston says, you have to be young, crazy to survive that type heat. Let me ask you this, Brother Charleston. Did you ever thought about being in a submarine? Now Thumper says I can't say that. Cavaroso? Where's that located? And give me some temperatures, Thumper. I want some temperatures. I want to know how hot it got. He said, I misspoke. The Grand Canyon is in, what's IS? IS in Arizona. My mistake. I didn't know for sure. I was curious. Because I said if it was, I was going to go to it. Now, Chief Mike says, I'm from New York City, but I live in Georgia now. Why so many of y'all New Yorkers moved down to Georgia? Let us know in the chat, in your opinion. Let us know. So that's North Carolina there. North Dakota. Now let's get to this here. Our brother says, yes, work repaired submarines couldn't take when they closed the hatch in port. They didn't have air conditioners in the submarines. You know I'm naive. Don't get on my case, Brother Charleston. They don't have air conditioners in them. Seems like they would need an air conditioner or some fans. Please tell me they have air conditioners down there in that tube. Now, here we go. I shouldn't just call it tube. I apologize. That's disrespectful. Now, North Dakota, 50% disability rating. You get a tax reduction of up to $8,100. These, and also for something for paraplegic veterans. If you're paraplegic and a veteran, may receive a property tax exemption for first $120,000 appraised value on the house. Awarded special monthly compensation. I think you get the $120,000 exemption also. Now, Forrest Caruso, if the new name, Fort Hood, that's right. Okay, that's Fort Hood. I'm gonna have to get with it, Thumper. You told me that before. I need to be on my game. I apologize, brother. Now, Charles will say, yes, it was the pressure closed trap. Ooh. And Coasty say, my brother was on a nuclear submarine. Now, did your brother just do his time and got out, or did he retire, Coasting? Let us know. Now, Chief Mike 61 says, cheaper to live in the South. Plus, I had a job offer when I retired from active duty. How sweet is that, family? Family, y'all know we almost done with this here. I thought this was going to take a whole bunch of hours. We already at North Kakalaki. That's what we call it, you know, Southern. Ohio, the Ohio players. Now, in Ohio, when it comes to property tax exemption for veterans, the state offers for 100% disabled veterans an exemption up to $50,000 of the appraised, but it's based on the market value. Is there a difference between the appraised value and the market value? In the appraised value is what they do at the state, at the county offices, and the market value is how much you can get for the house. Am I right? So that might be a good thing. Now let's see what we got here. So Thumper says, in Ouachita, I can't say the name, Ouachita is the lower part of Arizona. It's a different type of heat. Ouachita. Okay, Ouachita. Thank you for breaking it down for Coasty, just 4 years. Okay, your brother did 4 years. Now, what state is your brother currently living in, Coasty? And Bionic Woman, if you had a state that you could go back to, what state would that be? That you were stationed at? What about you, Charleston? Traveling all the places you went. Let's just say you not just stationed there, that you've traveled. Where would you go back to that you experienced being in the military? That's for everybody here. And for you, Love, what place would you want to go that your daddy had been there before? Tell us some of the places that your daddy was stationed. Love, if you can remember. Now in Ohio, we said that, okay, market value. Oklahoma, now I like Oklahoma. As far as the discounts here, they give 100. I want to go back to Colorado too. Bionic Woman said, I would love to go back to Colorado. I would too. I like Colorado. You in Denver, which was about an hour. I think, isn't it about a 45 minutes to an hour, or is it longer? Is it 2 hours from Colorado Springs? Do you remember, sister? Now, Coasty said Florida. Being from why so many people from Massachusetts want to go to Florida for Mass? Thumper said Korea. You don't miss the cold, Thumper? Come on now. Now, Oklahoma, if you're 100% disabled veteran, you don't have to pay no property tax. Exemption from paying ad valorem. Tell me what that means, taxes. Okay? Surviving spouses of a veteran killed while on active duty, and it has to be a primary resident. I want to go to Germany like you, Bionic Woman, too. Now, for Brother Charleston, he says Norfolk, Virginia, Tidewater area. I lived in Chesapeake. I went to school in Norfolk, and I got a friend that lives in Virginia Beach. That Tidewater area. You know I know what's up there. Charleston, I'm going to tell you what I love. Now, you tell me if you've had some. I love those fried crabs, Brother Charleston. I just love them. I love those seasoned crabs, but we don't really do fried crabs down here in Texas. Boy, if you can get that batter down here, oh, I love it. I miss it. Oh, boy. Thumper say Germany, same here. That's why. Now, so Bionic Woman say, yes, Colorado Springs is an hour from Denver. Okay. Did you go to any games there? Any of those games at the stadium? Bionic Woman? Let us know. Any of like when the football games, the professional football games, you ever get any tickets for that? I went to a church there. It was hot. I ain't gonna lie to you in Denver, but that preacher could preach. And it was real hot in there. They had no air conditioning. All the church. I ain't know so many black people lived in Denver at the time. Did it surprise you? Okay, now you say, Costa said, cause it's cold and expensive. Oh, that's why y'all leave and go to Florida. Now Charleston say, blue crepes. Blue crabs, yes, blue crabs. Blue crabs, okay. Blue crabs, we get them down. So let me tell you, Brother Charleston, we have blue crabs. I grew up catching them in the Gulf of Mexico down here and, outside of Houston and going toward Galveston, little cities there. Mombasa, Kenya. Okay. That's where you would like to go. Okay. That's interesting. I would love to go there. Now listen what he says here. Chief Mike. Yeah, I'm thinking about those crabs there, Brother Charleston. Now, Chief Mike says, H-Town, you can get barbecue crabs in Port Arthur. Come on now. Hold on. I got to come up on the screen. Tell me you making that up. The next time when my daughter live down here in Port Arthur, they in Beaumont, going to school down there, going to college. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna have to handle that. I'm gonna have to bring my own bib. You understand? Bonnet woman say, no, I didn't go to any sporting events. Did you go skiing, sister, while you were there? Did you snowboard? Did you go to some of those places and just watch other people do it? I went to Pikes Peak. You remember, I don't know if you know, in Fort Carson, we have Pikes Peak Mountain and they have a zoo up there. I think the zoo's still up there. Now, Love says, H-Town, everywhere my father was stationed had to do with war. None I would like to live where my father was stationed. Okay, respect. Yeah, so no, I ain't mean nothing about it, but respect, my brother. I understand. Now let's see what Chief Mike says. My father-in-law lives in Port Arthur, and he turned me on to them. Find the name of the place. Is it somebody out on the corner selling it, or is it an actual establishment? Let me know. I ain't never had no barbecued crabs. Man, y'all don't understand. We'll barbecue anything down here. We'll barbecue the oink on a pig. Oink, oink, we'll barbecue that too. Now, I think we did Oklahoma. Oregon, if you have a 40% disability rating, veterans must own and live in the homestead property. Exemption amounts are $24,793 or $29,753, and it applies to surviving spouses. Okay, I'll definitely Google it, okay? Most definitely. And I just put in there barbecued crabs, right? Now, Bonnet woman say, I was nervous to learn to ski. I just took in the scenery. Okay. Yeah, black folks, we don't want to be on. But we got to be more adventurous, though. But I'm good. That wasn't no, hey, it barely snowed where we at in Texas. In Dallas, y'all probably get a little more snow we did. We better. Now, listen with love. H-Town, my father was a first sergeant in the Marine. That's a high rank in the Marines. Now, do they call them gunnies? Gunny? Is that what they call them? Let me know. What's a gunny? I see that in the movie. Pennsylvania, if you're 100%, you have 100% VA disability rating, you pay no property tax in the state of Pennsylvania. Veterans must show financial need. Now, ain't that cold? Did you hear what I just said? You can't just get it just because you're 100%. They don't want you making but so much money. Huh? If you out there killing the game, they got a problem. Now, veterans must show a financial need. Ain't that an interesting requirement? Annual income below $108,046 are given a presumption of need for the exemption. Now, one part I wasn't able to put in here for lack of time. Here's the thing, I'm Brother Zim, I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna do some explaining. Now, here's the thing. Pennsylvania sucks for veterans. Now listen. If you make over the $108,046, but you can show that there's still a financial need to take care of what you got, you might get it, but it's automatic if you make under $108,046. If you make over, you have to prove that you have a financial need. They probably gonna want an itemized list of everything to show that you qualify, that you have a need for it. But below that, they just get it to you automatic. Now you don't like that. What is it? What kind of, why you say, in your opinion, Brother Charleston, Pennsylvania sucks for veterans? What do you think the biggest problem with it when it comes to appreciating veterans in Pennsylvania you don't like? They don't keep up with the cost of living? What is it? Let us know, brother. Now, we're at Pennsylvania. Now, this one, family, don't get mad. Read this chart. I'm going to give y'all a chance to look at this one. Don't get mad now. But I want to know, because it ain't nothing, nobody get mad at it. It's just that, do you think it's kind of fair? I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. Love say, H-Town, first gunnery sergeant, my father. There you go. Now, how long ago did your father pass, Love? If you don't mind telling us, how long has it been? Now, Charleston said, like property tax appraisal board, you have to beg. Yeah, that's how it is in Texas. Now, Coastie says, hopefully I will be moving south soon, undecided about what state, thinking Georgia. Any recommendations from area? So those that living in Georgia, you have any recommendations that you could give our brother? I know our brother Chief Mike lives down there. I know that somebody else just said they live in Georgia. I had your name on my tongue. Now look what he said. My father was expert with the rifle and pistol. Yes. Okay. Now, Rhode Island. Now, which is smaller, Delaware or Rhode Island? Which is smaller? If you think Delaware, put a D. Well, you just put put a D for Delaware or RI for Rhode Island. Which one you think is smaller? I don't know. Now look at this here. I had to break it down here because this was interesting. For Rhode Island, veteran exemptions. Your application deadline got to be by March the 15th of every year. Now, regular exemption is $341.56. Now, if it's two spouses and y'all both are veterans, you get $683.12. I don't know if that's double. Unmarried and widower, they get the 341. Totally disabled, get 341. Now follow me now. Gold Star parent gets $10,350.46. That's for one Gold Star parent. All right, if it ain't but one. Now check this out. Gold Star spouse, total tax exemption. Okay. Okay. I guess they're calling the spouse of somebody. Okay, that's different. But shouldn't the disabled veteran get a total tax exemption too? Now, prisoner of war gets $5,173 $2,000.23 exemption. Special adaptive housing, total tax exemption. Don't pay no taxes. Service relief for husband and wife, none. I don't know exactly what that is, but I just found it to be interesting that disabled veterans don't get a total tax exemption, but other groups do, like the spouse or whatever. That's interesting. Now that's Rhode Island. We're moving right along. The next one is South Carolina. See if it's some of these benefits coasted. Now let's see. Now Charleston, our brother Charleston says, like property tax appeal board, you have to beg. Okay, yes. Wow, yeah, same down here. I haven't done it in a while, but yes. Coasty says, hopefully I will be moving south soon, deciding about what state. Oh, I think we went over that. Anybody got a state for our brother to move to? Let me get what Chief Mike says. Coasty, I live in Atlanta and the traffic is horrible. But if you like sports, we got it. We got it going on. If you like the strip clubs, we got the top of the line. Don't stop. Get it. Boy, that dude is cutting up. Oh Lord, you something else. look, love say 2003, same as my DIC claim my father filed for transferring to California from Florida. Okay. Now, so with South Carolina, you 100%, your home and land, you get a tax exemption. It don't say how much. Home and land up to 5 acres, surviving spouses, Medal of Honor, prisoner of war. It has to be a primary residence. He say, Coach say, Chief Mike, LOL, he cutting up. He cutting up. Now let's see what we got. We at South Kakalaki, and we're doing this for people that's watching live and recorded. Now, South Dakota, if you're 100% permanent and total, VA disability rating, you pay no property tax. If you are paraplegic, you pay no property tax. Now, for others, the exemption up to 150,000 primary residence, and for the spouses of the paraplegic veterans, and the disabled veterans, the 100% disabled veterans, they don't pay any property tax, but they got to be getting DIC death benefits. So what they're saying is that either the veteran died of a service-connected disability, or they've been married to them long enough that they qualify for DIC death benefit. That's kind of, sometimes they just let the spouse get it if they're dependent, because all dependents don't qualify for DIC. That's South Dakota, not bad. Then we got Tennessee. Now in Tennessee, if you're 100% VA disability rating, the maximum market value on which the tax relief is calculated is $175,000. This is for surviving spouses and primary residents. Now, Texas, where I'm from, I know this because I use it, and it's worth it. Now, because taxes down here are really expensive, family. You can be 100% or unemployability. I know this personally because I got it at 100% and I got it at unemployability. They don't necessarily require you to be permanent total. You just have to be paid at the 100% rate. Now, partial tax exemption for ratings of 10 to 90%, unmarried surviving spouses, they get it. Remember, as long as they're under that once they're over the age of 57, once they're 57, they can remarry. I think it's 57 or over the age of 57. And it has to be a primary resident. It can't be like you can't get the example, get it on different homes. It's got to be the place you live the most. Now, then there's Utah. If you're 100%, the max is $275,699. Qualify for a property tax abatement in Utah. What's an abatement? I forget. Determined by the veteran's disability rating, primary residence. And I'm assuming you get the highest at the 100% rate, but it depends. They're not putting the numbers out on Utah. Vermont. We're almost done, family. Now, Vermont, with a 50% disability rating or more, I'm assuming, mandates a minimum property tax exemption of $10,000. Veteran pension for non-service connected disability, they qualify too if you're getting a pension. Somebody, getting a pension. Spouses, surviving spouses, and children. I like it when the children get it too, but I don't know. Like I say, you gotta be careful with that. But I don't know. Now, Virginia, you can be 100% or unemployable and get total tax exemption. Now, it's a limit of 1 acre of land. Unless you're elderly or handicapped, it can be a larger piece of land. So if you got a piece of property more than 1 acre of land, that's all they're gonna cover is that 1 acre of land. All right, you're gonna pay tax on the rest of the acres. Now, unmarried surviving spouses qualify, and it has to be your primary residence. Now, y'all see all this hard work H-Town went through to make sure this stuff right and to get it and polish it up. Everybody else talking about secrets and buying courses. I'm here trying to bring you the knowledge. You can look back over this and learn from it later. Now, Washington State, that is. Washington State, 80% disability rating or higher, provides property tax relief based on income. VA compensation and DIC benefits are not included when calculating tax relief amount. So they're only including any taxable income that you get. So they don't count any compensation. So they only count any other income you get. So that works on your behalf. Now, surviving spouses are covered too. Let us continue. We should be almost done. West Virginia. Who in here live in West Virginia? Beautiful place from what I've seen. Now, West Virginia, 90 to 100% disability rating, property tax credit to eligible honorable discharge veterans. Okay. So not just disabled veterans. Credit is only available for the actual paid. Let me say this again. Credit is only available for the actual tax paid. So you had to been paid, and then I think they give you a credit for that. I don't know. You have to pay it first. And that's primary residence. Call them to get more details. And these laws are continuously changing. That's West Virginia. Now, Wisconsin. Somebody help me say that, Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin, I almost said it. 100%, you get a property tax credit for veterans. Okay, if you're 100%, and live in the state for at least 5 years. They're expecting you to live out a long time before you get any kind of tax credit or exemption. Unmarried surviving spouses. Wyoming. I think these are the last two families. Now, Wyoming, disabled veteran, exemption of $3,000 of the assessed value, must have lived in Wyoming for at least 3 years to qualify. And it also goes to surviving spouses. Washington, D.C., I think this is the last one. Washington, D.C. Who's ever lived in Washington, D.C. in here? Let us know. Washington, D.C. Hold on. Why? I'll make sure. Okay, I'll make sure we got everything. So Washington, I'm just checking the chat. Okay, we good. Now, 100% exemption is limited to a $445,000 value on the house, of course. Must complete and file with the District of Columbia, which is DC, Office of the VA. You got to, so it's a state thing, but because you in the District of Columbia, and it's kind of a federal town, you got to file with the VA to get it. Ain't that crazy? Now, a veteran must have 50% ownership of the home. Huh? Now, family, thank y'all for being patient. If you haven't done it so far, smash that like button, family. Come on, smash that like button. We thank y'all for we went through that. I hope that was informative. That took us about 2 hours or something, 2 hours and 20 minutes. But I'm glad we were able to go over the information because we got to have a one-stop shop sometime. It took a lot. It took me some days to finish that because I want to make sure stuff is right. And for those that watch it live or recording, we hope you learn. Smash that like button, family. Smash that like button now. Okay, you say. Our brother Charleston said, okay, learned a lot. Thank you. We're glad we try to get the information. Now we're gonna take us a little minute. Now, what we want from y'all, it's time to hear from you. It's the after party. All right. We want to know what y'all got to say. So any questions, comments, or is it something been on your mind? Any current news? It could be about VA stuff. It could be about non-VA stuff. I'm going to take me a little break here. Comments, feedback, reviews, opinions. You said it was good information. Was it helpful the way it was presented? Do I need to present it in a different way next time? Give us some opinions here. All right. And let us know now what type of topics you want to know about when it comes to veteran information. What are topics about where we move to, anything? Let us know. Give us some feedback now, and I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Like my ex told me, I'll be right back. I ain't seen her since. All right. Thank y'all, family. I'll be right back. Veteran Policy Plug has said good night. Veteran Policy Plug. Good. Everybody say good night to Veteran Policy Plug. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Family, I know we got started late. And but if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know. Any topics that y'all like to talk about, let us know. If not, we're gonna close it out. And a few here, talk to me. Y'all still up here in the chat. What's on your mind? What you thinking about? Where would you, did any of these stand out to you? Would these be places you'd be willing to move based on these tax exemptions? Yeah, good night. All right. Well, thank you, brother. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the information. We glad that y'all stayed around and y'all was patient. You say good night, night, everyone. Okay, everybody say good night. We're gonna close it out. Next time we're gonna get started earlier. And we might be here on Tuesday sometime. But I know we all hold on. Are you going to have a New Year's show? Hold on, let's see when New Year's is, family. When is New Year's? Let's see. I don't know. Y'all gonna be busy with family. I might come through. Let's see. Oh, that is on Tuesday. I might come through for a few minutes on New Year's. How y'all feel? Who wants to? If you think you might show up for a few minutes on New Year's, put a 1 in the chat. If you might show up for a few minutes just to say hi. Bionic Woman say good night. Veteran Policy Plug. Major Boomer say New Year's Eve show. I meant to say we'll see. Bionic Woman say she interested. Yeah, early. I'll be early. It'll probably be about 6 Central Time. Around about 6. Won't be. Oh, so y'all interested? Okay. Benny's okay. Say night, Bionic Woman. And when we show up, we ain't got no conversation. We ain't got no information. I try to do this information from time to time. This time it's gonna be all about what y'all want to talk about, and we're gonna cut it up. So okay, so Chief Mike says 1 yes, and then Coasty say good for Tuesday, and then Brother Charles say good for Tuesday. We might be a little early. We started late today, so we're gonna make up by showing up by 6 p.m. Central Time. On the East Coast, that'll be 7 p.m. And then Brother Benny says a 1. Y'all, he say, Benny say, yes, please, we need the show. Hold on, y'all supposed to be leaving now. Y'all stirring me up. How do you need the show? I don't understand. Please help me. I'm not stroking my ego. I'm trying to understand what y'all getting out of it. Because listen to me babble. Oh, look, Benny say 1. Love say 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, now Benny, what are you getting out the program, Benny? Benny actually brought Rose City D here. And many of y'all, our brother said tonight, Chief Mike brought some people through. Thank you so much, our brother. Now, what is it that you're bringing them to? Because we just sitting there chopping it up. We might put out information here and there. What, Benny, why is it important? You can go out there where they doing the fireworks. You can go out there. Well, I shouldn't be saying fireworks around a lot of veterans, but you get what I'm saying. But family, I want to thank y'all for showing up tonight. Any final statements, comments, or concerns? And look how big our family. Let's see what our subscriber count is right now. Okay, we at 1,613 subscribers, family. Huh? 1,613 subscribers. Family, most YouTubers don't get to 900. I mean, don't get to 1,000. I mean, only 9% ever get to 1,000. So this is amazing what y'all doing here. This is amazing, family, and I appreciate y'all. And he say, it's definitely helpful with information and camaraderie. Now, let me ask you, family. Do other channels leave comments where you can come in and say, hey, What do you think we need to change about the channel? Would that help? Because I would love for the channels, other people's channels to grow too. But we trying to bring the support here. But I want y'all at my channel, that's up. But I want everybody. If you decide to start your channel, let us know. We support you. Long as there ain't no lonely fans, okay? Now, love Sage Town. I've been telling you, and you right now you got other peoples as believers. So family, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. And I want to thank y'all for showing up tonight. You hear me? I want to thank the family for being here. I want to thank y'all for showing up and showing out. I want to thank Thumper. I want to thank Love, Benny. I want to thank our brother Charleston, Coasty, Chief Mike, Bionic Woman, Major Boomer. I want to thank Veteran Policy Plug. If Brother Charleston, I think I said you, but I want to let you, Charleston Zimmerman, Coasty, Love. Thumper. And I want my brother came up for a minute. I'm trying to see where he at. I think John J. I think it's John J. who came up. I want to show love to John J. There he is, John J. I want to show love and respect to the veteran family for holding it down with us. And we appreciate you for coming here. Brother Max. Max, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Brother Max right there. Thank God for Brother Max being in the house, bringing that energy. We want to thank, make sure I didn't miss no. Our brother Kevin Cobart Sr. was in here. I remember seeing him earlier. Let's see. And I apologize for the late delay again, but things happen. Madre, we want to thank Madre for their donation, support, and that kindness. We appreciate you. Kevin Cobart Sr., thank you, brother. Rose City D, thank you, player. Thank you, player. You understand? Now, see Brett, our brother Brett. We want to thank brother Brett for being here. If I miss you, charge it to my head, not to my heart. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody up in here. You understand? Let's see what we got. Okay. Y'all still hanging around. Y'all something else, man. Talking about y'all leaving. It's more people than not when y'all said y'all was going. It don't supposed to work that way. Y'all supposed to start twiddling down, family. I'm just so glad that you're here. Family, I'm glad that you joined us. I'm glad that the channel is growing. I'm glad that you're getting something out of the channel. Family, we're going to go great places because we're going to grow together. We're going to make sure we do this thing right. We're setting the template. We're setting the example on how you're supposed to do it. Huh? We doing it. Look, you say you want something? Well, pick up. You need to do it. Think something need to be done? Do it yourself. Don't complain about what nobody else ain't doing. You do it, huh? I ain't gonna never forget that love say, I've been telling you, H-Town. Oh, Lord, y'all been commenting. Now, listen to what he said. This channel is more info. Other is about deployment. Oh. Now, that could be all right, but it could be kind of depressing, right? We back in the world. Now, Bionic Woman say, good night, everyone. She sleep. Now, Kevin said, I'm here. We supposed to be gone, but y'all still here. Now, love say, I know, sister, get your rest. Deal with that knee. And we want God to bless that knee when you go to church and make sure that the pastor do a prayer for you and your family. You hear me? And we're going to, if you don't mind, y'all, I'm going to say a quick prayer. Let me say one for that sister, her knee. Let me turn this on. Dear Lord, we ask that you bless our sister Bionic Woman. in her knee recovery, God, that we ask that you be there for her and bless her and her husband. And God, we thank you for everything that you do. Amen. In Jesus' name. Now, family, for those of you that are atheists, don't believe, just part of the thing, we respect all religions, no problem. But just, I'm born in the South, and it was beat into me. Now, Kevin Colbert Sr. says, good night, family. Can't wait for the next one. This the kind of talk. Hold on, family. Y'all keep saying good night. Why is it 19 people in here and it was 16, 15? Come on. Boy, y'all something else. I got to watch y'all, man. Love, you are rubbing off on people. We don't have time for this. Love is contaminating the area in a good way. Now, listen what he said, H-Town. You do not dictate when you do your channel. Now, see, I was trying to go, please tell me what you mean about that. What do you mean dictate? You think others are too controlling and restrictive on their channel that it could do better? Do you think what is it? I'm not the most sociable person, family. You know that. Now, love say, good night, Brett. Love say, that's you, H-Town. That's you. That's want you to shut down. Okay, I want to shut down. People will stay H-Town apparently. Now, Major Boomer say amen. And I love Major Boomer, laugh out loud. And Chief Mike say amen. Love say amen. Yeah, I'm gonna give me some rest. I've been working on this yesterday and today. I worked on this presentation from about 11 o'clock to right before we started. So about 8 hours. 8 hours. 8 hours or more. But the point is, and that's why you're not going to see it anywhere else. You're not going to see information presented at one time like this because nobody's going to take the time to do it. We ain't going to always go over a lot of information, but this is going to be helpful to others. Now, Brett says, thank you, love, for your hard work to encourage H-Town. Yes, everybody show him love, family, and we're going to get ready to get out of here. I know love can do it all night. Huh? Don't stop till the break of dawn. But family, we're going to get ready to leave. I want to say thank y'all. We got Major Boomer. Salute. I thought that was Mr. International for a minute. And I know we're going to be looking forward to see the family on New Year's Eve. And we're going to come in early now. Between 5, y'all be looking at notifications because we're going to come in early, all right? And we just going to be chatting it up. Ain't going to be doing no slideshows. We just going to be, we going to want to know what you're doing. What's going on with you. It's going to be all about you. If you want to come up on the screen, you can. Try to be as sober as possible. Now, listen what he said. Yes, they control H-Town, other channels. Now, when you say they control, do they control who can talk in the chat? Do they control what questions you can ask? Do they control just about everything about the channel? Brett say, good night, family. He say, love say, thanks, Brett. Let us know. We're about to close out here, family. So we want to thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate y'all. We're going to be looking forward to seeing y'all on Tuesday. Y'all seem to like that Tuesday show. Love say, LOL, H-Town. Major Boomer say, New Year's party on the H-Town show. We going to do it. We got to vote on my daughter and niece's gingerbread houses. Major Boomer say, good night to all. Major Boomer says that. And so, family, good night. We're going to close it out. We're going to pull it up on the screen here. So thank y'all from the H-Town and the family here. And hold on, let me make sure I got this here right. And make sure, because I don't know what's on this slideshow. If you haven't, make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button, fam. So I want to say to everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. And we want you to have a wonderful night here from the H-Town Vet. Good night.